Good morning, student. First of all, I would like to introduce you the syllabus of a 12th standard commerce in economics. We have a two paper in the economics in 12th standard. Paper A, microeconomics. Paper 2, Indian economic development. In macroeconomics, we have almost 5 units, and in the first unit, that is the national income and related aggregates, which carries the 10 marks questions. Second unit, money and banking, which carries the 6 marks questions. And third unit, age, determination of income and employment. And fourth unit, government budget and economy, which carries 6 marks question. And fifth unit, balance of payment in first paper, macroeconomics. So these are the total 40 marks questions are asked from macroeconomics. In the second part, Indian economic development, that is the Indian economy, that is regarding the Indian economy. First unit is the development experiences from 1947 to 1990 and economic reforms since 1991 till now. Both first unit carries the 12 marks questions. Second unit, which is current challenge facing Indian economy, poverty, employment, infrastructure, power, and all these, which carries the 22 marks questions. And third unit in Indian economy, development experiences of India, a comparison of with neighbors. Neighbor means Pakistan and China. So these which carries 6 marks questions. So we have 80 marks question in theory paper and 20 marks question for project or practicals. Now we start with the first unit, national income determination. National income determinations, national income aggregates, national income determinants, we can say. Here we will first of all know the meaning of macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is the branch of economics which deal with the large or a big economic variable as a whole. That means as a whole means on the economy basis. And these large variables are national income, employment, inflation, poverty and inequality, aggregate demand, aggregate output. That means whatever with the economic variable we study under the macroeconomics will be on the basis of aggregates. So macroeconomics is also known as modern economics, which was coined by modern economics term was coined by J.M. Keynes in his book The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, 1936, during the Great Depression period, 1930s. In this book, he had laid a foundation of macroeconomics and also prescribed the remedy for the macroeconomic problems in the economy for different countries. Now come to the subject matter of the macroeconomics. Macroeconomics, as we know, that studies with the economy level. So first question, first scope of this subject is how to increase the growth rate, economic growth rate, how to maintain the growth rate, higher growth rate, or how to increase the lower growth rate for the LDC, low developing economy. Second, how to maintain a higher rate of employment, how to contain the inflation, how to maintain the balance of payment and foreign exchange rate, and all these are the subject matter of the macroeconomics. Now let us learn some basic term to understand the macroeconomics. First term is the household. Household are basically the owner of the factors and consumer of goods and services which are produced by the firms. And second, business sector, which is known as firm or corporate sector, is the producing sector, which uses the factor services provided by the factors, land, labor, capital. Now we are able to understand the phase of circular flow of the income. Circular flow of income consists of 3 phases. Number 1, production phases. Here the production is done by the farm sector, and generate income for the factors in lieu of their factor services. So after generation of generation of income, factors of the productions factor income for the factors are distributed among different factors. Land gets a rent, labor gets a wages, capital get interest, and entrepreneur gets a profit. And whatever amount the factors received as a factor payment from the firm will be disposed of or spent on the goods and services produced by the firm. So again, it makes the circular flow. It's a cycle of the income, which is known as circular flow of the income. Now, here we are able to define what is the circular flow of the income. Circular flow of the income is a cycle of generation of income in the production process, then distributed, whatever be the income generated, distributed among different factors of production in lieu of their factor services, and finally factor incomes as a consumption expenditure by the household to the firm on a goods and services produced by the firm. So here we get the idea of a circular flow of income. Now, so circular flow of incomes are two types. One is in real terms, another is a nominal terms. Now here what we mean to say real flow, that is also known as output flow, product flow, physical flow. Here we only take the account of a real things, flow of a real things, that is the factor services, which is real things provided by factors of production factors from household to the firm. Again, correspondingly, the flow of goods and services, which is real things from firm, which is a real thing which is produced by the firm and provided to the household. So we have two sectors, household sectors and firm sector. Household sectors provided factor services to the firm sectors, and firm sectors which produce the goods and services provided to the household sectors. So here we are talking about the real things, real flow. Now come to the nominal flow, which is known as the money flow. Whatever be the services provided by the factors of the production in the form of factor services to the firm by the household is paid back will get in return money in the form of wages, rent, profit, interest, etc. in the form of money. Correspondingly, whatever the goods produced by the firm sectors provided to the household sectors, and household sector spend money to obtain all these goods and services from firm to household. So here is a flow of money from firm to household and household to firm. Now come to the concept of a stock and flow. A stock is basically availability of goods and services, availability of goods at a point of time. It is measured at a point of time, at a particular point of time, and flow is measured over a period of time. That means availability of goods may change over the period of time. Stock doesn't have a time dimension, but flow has some time dimension, like a 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, 15 days period, etc. A stock is a statistic concept and flow is a dynamic concept because it changes over the period of time. The examples of a stocks, like a population on particular date, Maruti car on particular date, floor availability at a home at a particular date, etc. These are the examples of a stock. Now, change number of engineers over the period of 12 months, over the period of 5 years are the examples of a flow. Circular flow in economy exhibits that total production in the economy is equal to the total consumption made. Total factor income is equal to the factor income. Total factor income is equal to factor payment. Total consumption expenditure is equal to the factor income. Real flow, that means the value of output, total value of output is equal to the total value of money for obtaining the goods and services. These are the important facts about the simple economy and circular economy, circular flow of the income. Another two terms we have to understand: leakage. Basically, circular flow is like a tire where we have some volume, some amount of volume of air in the tube. So if we puncture it, some air come out of it. So in the same manner, in the circular flow of the income of the economy, we take some amount of money from the circular flow of income. It means that there is a less amount of money or income available in the circulation of the economy. So it is also known as saving, and it reduces the magnitude or volume of the flow of the income in the economy. Another term is the injections. Injection means you pump some amount of money into the circulation of the economy, and basically it refers to the introduction of or a pumping of the income into the circular flow, and it means that we are putting a little more money or income in the circular flow. It also known as an investment. Hence the injections increases the flow of the income. So we have understood that leakage and injections. Leakage means withdrawal of the money from the circular flow. Injection means introduction or pumping some income into the circular flow of the economy. Leakage reduce the magnitude of the flow of the income. Injection increase the magnitude of the flow of the income. So now it's a very significant concept regarding the national income, and to understand the economic, how well it functions. Now, very important question: what is the significance of circular flow? It helps to understand, number one, it helps to understand the interdependence among the different sectors. As we know that different sectors, household sectors, business sectors, that is known as corporate sector or farm sector, financial institutions, government, external sector like export and import. So it shows that how much one sector depend upon others to run the economy smoothly. Second, it shows the equilibrium position. If total production and total consumption is equal to in the economy, in closed economy, where only two sectors, household sector and farm sectors, available. So it also enable us to know the equilibrium positions. Third one, it helps in identifying types of leakage and injection in the economy. So circular flow of the economy is also important for knowing how leakage is taking place, how injection can be made in the economy, how economy can sustain and grow on growth trajectory. It helps in the estimation of national income. Number fourth, it helps in the estimation of national income. So national income is a very important for a circular flow. Here we have discuss about the simple model of the economy and functioning of the economy. Further, we can go for more sectors. Here we have already discussed about the household and the firm sector or business sector. Now, this is the closed economy model. Further, we can take the financial sectors, financial market, where financial market play intermediaries. Households saves and put the money into the financial market like a financial institution like a bank. Firm also saves and borrow from the financial institution like banks. So saving and borrowing take place by firm from a financial institutions. Another we can say that government, third sector. Governments, household, on the one hand, household provide a factor services to the government, like employees in the government services, and get a factor payment. Household also obtain the transfer payments without doing any economic activity from the government. Household also paid some taxes, like a direct or indirect taxes, availing the different services from the government. On the other hand, firms produce goods and services which is supplied to the government sectors for using or running the government administrative services, and get the payment like a factor payment. Government also provided provide subsidies on certain types of goods producers, and firms also pay certain taxes like corporate taxes or direct taxes, licensing taxes to the government. So we have included, apart from household, firms and financial market, government. Again we add the here we now up to the closed economy model. In the first model, very simple model, household and firm. Again we added this model to the financial institution, bank. Again we have added the government, how government take place, how government is functioning take place smoothly in the economy. Now we have open economy. Here we further add foreign sectors. How foreign sectors and household. Foreign sector means export and import from other countries. And that means one economy connected with another economy through the export and import tools. Household also provides the factor services to the foreign sectors, foreign export import, and in return they get the factor payment from the foreign sector, another economy. Suppose your brother is working in America, and he is working there as the factor services as a worker. So they will get the money, they will get income from the another economy. Now many transfer payments are received by the household sectors, like in a form of prizes, in the form of educational development, a scholarship from foreign country. This is also net transfer payments are made to the household. Payment for import. As we know that we have a demand of foreign goods, so we have to pay. As we import foreign goods, we have to pay payment. We have to make a payment for import. Another. Now let's understand the relationship between the firms and foreign sectors. Firm sectors make a payment for the importing goods and services from the firm in domestic country. That means firm sectors, corporate sector manufacture the goods and services and export them to the other economy and get the import payment and export payment. Firm sectors import some goods and services, and in lieu of that they make a payment for export. So firm sectors do export and import. If they export, they will get a import payment, and if they import, they will do the export payment. So now we are able to understand the whole functioning of the economy is smoothly if they are working well regarding.